Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be diving into some old school Fenty Beauty. Now these products that I have are main ones in her main line and are still in her line. So I'm going to try to create a New Year's Eve look for that. Regardless if you're going away or not, it's going to be kind of bold, I think, evening look. And I'm going to try to create with the few products that I have. So if you're interested in that, then let's get started. All right, so the products that I do have from Fenty Beauty are basic. Let's start with foundation and primer. This is from her main line, and I haven't used these products in a while. So let's see what I can come up with. All right, so this was her first foundation that she had created. This is the primer. So when I originally started with Fenty Beauty, I felt that the foundation was a little drying for me, for sure. And I think a lot of people did. It just dried out their skin so much. It was definitely for oily people, but the shade range that she came out with was just truly amazing, and everybody had to try it. I mean, it was sold out for weeks and weeks, and it was pretty amazing start to her cosmetic career. So, all right, so that is the primer. I am going to put on some neck cream that I always do, and this is Exuviance, and I'm just going to slather that on. This is the Exuviance toning neck cream, and I just put that on right there. All right, so her foundations I haven't used for quite a while, and I have a feeling these are gonna be a little light for me, but I could be wrong. This is her soft matte foundation, the Pro Filter. I had a 230 and a 190. So if I recall, the two, they look very similar. Hardly can probably tell them apart, but I'm gonna go with the darker one first and see what happens. And if I recall too, this foundation was a little thicker, but I'm still going to use my Pro Mac brush. Yeah, this is definitely thicker, but I'm going to go with it. Actually, it might match me pretty well. Although it looks a little light on camera, it doesn't in person. But again, once you get everything else on, it will look totally different. So that's the hard part about matching foundations, especially in a line that has so many options. It's hard to decipher which one to get. It's not always a true on match, for sure. Now, the colors that I have, I may have to rethink this foundation again because I think that's really good on my face. Holy cow, I forgot what it felt like, especially with the primer. And I'm still practicing on how to get around that nose ring or nose stud. Because I haven't had it very long and it hasn't healed yet. So I'm still trying to figure that whole thing out on foundation and everything. And yes, I know you're not supposed to use foundation around it, but you know, it is what it is. So, if anybody else has a tip and trick on how to do this around the nose ring, I always like push it out a little and then put my foundation on. So it smooths out, kinda, and then take a Q-tip and do where the top of the stud so that you can actually see it shine again. But it's like, it's never perfect. It's never perfect. when you push it out. So somebody please tell me how to do this. All right, that's not too bad. But then you have to, you know, straighten up the rest of it. It's process, it's a process. Yeah, it's like 3 o'clock and, you know, I'm still on coffee time. Don't judge me. All right, so for eye primer, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills. And a little bit. The past couple videos that I've done, I've used way too much, and that's really kind of a no-no. You really have to watch what you use with this. I mean, I had like white like caked on my eye, and even though my eye look turned out okay, it wasn't the best, so oops. And this tube will last you probably a million years, because this is so pigmented. You don't need a whole lot. It's kind of insane how, I mean, I guess they wouldn't want to make the tube any smaller, you know, but so that you wouldn't lose it, but still. And then it's brow time. Get your game on. This should be interesting. Now, I have got a few of the Matchsticks. Now, with the Matchsticks, there's tons of possibilities that you can do with these. I do have quite a selection in neutrals, like for bronzers and highlighters. And then I've got this other one that is like an orangey color. I love this. I love this color. Now, again, I haven't used these for a while, but so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to use powders as well as these sticks to do my face. I love that. If you haven't tried these things, I love it. They like separate and then they stick together. This is such an ingenious idea. Totally ingenious. I just love it. Now with the Matchsticks, what you do is you kind of like warm it up and then you can put it on your face. Now, all right, so with these guys, I'm gonna try a brush, and this is the Pro Flat Concealer brush number 76. I don't know if they still have that or not, but I'm gonna put a little bit on my hand to warm it up, and then take the brush. You can see the product right on there, and I'm going to layer that on my eye. So it's kind of creamy, but then it like kind of dries down to like a powder kind of thing. It's kind of weird the way it works, but okay. And it feels so soft on your eyes. It really does. It feels so soft. Now, the color that I used there was Bamboo. So it was like a cream color. It wasn't a highlighter or anything like that. All right. Now, while that's drying, I'm going to take, I've got a couple different options for bronzer And I've got a mocha, a truffle, and a rum. I think the rum is a little bit sparkly. I could be wrong. Whew. Did that really just fall out? Holy cow. That was not cool at all. All right, so rum is a little bit like on the bronzy, sparkly side, so I don't want to use that for bronzer. All right, where was I? Interruptions. All right, so my rhyme or reason is to do a look around this lipstick color. This was one of her, or not one of, it was the one that she first came out with, and it was called Uncensored. So this is what I'm gonna go around for my eye look as well. It's gonna be like a dark smoky with a pop of orangish red, and yeah, we'll see where we go with this. All right, so I was searching through a lot of my my palettes to see what I could use to sort of like match that. And I came up with this guy right here. This is the Morphe 24G. And these are kind of what I was like looking at. That was a lighter of what this was. This is not like a true red. It's more, it's got a little orange in it. So it's not that cool, cool 99 Dior red, if you know what I mean, if you know what I'm talking about. It's not that kind of a red. So, all right, let's go in here. I'm going to take, like I said, this is going to be a smoky look, so with a pop. So let's go in with this light color. And like I said, I already did with the matchstick, but I'm going to do it again with a little bit of powder. Little bit of powder just all over. I mean, like poof, there, you're done. All right, then I'm going to take a the crease brush, and let's go in with, well, I'm going to stick on the warm side, I believe, the warm side, and go in with this darkish here to here. Is that what I really wanted to do? Yeah, I guess it is. We'll try it. Now with this 24G, these things are really pigmented, especially the reddish colors. It's like you really gotta watch what you're doing with it as far as like fallout and like going down farther and so forth. And these are kind of on, they have a little bit of pink in them, pink undertone, I guess, that's got, but it's still on the cooler warm side, low end of it. It's not like a hot warm or a hot cold or a cool. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yeah. So, all right, let's go in the crease. Let's just do it. Let's make a monkey, okay? All right. So we're gonna do this in the crease. Now I can tell that this foundation is already making me dry. It's dry AF. Dry. Now she has come out with hydrating foundations now, which I have not tried. I've not tried, so I can't do anything with that. But and I knew when I first got these that they were drying, and that's probably why I put them like on the back shelf and just like never did anything with them again. But that's okay. But we're gonna try it again, because you know your skin changes from time to time, and you just don't know. All right. All right, so there is that. Then I'm going to take this little button brush, and I'm going to go in with the darkest shade that is here, is this brown, and go in the corner. And then take that same brush again and just buffer that out on top. And blend it together. Poof, there you go. Poof, there it is. All right, now for an under eye, I'm going to go with, let me find another smudge brush. All right, there's another smudge brush, Pro Smudge from Sephora, number 11. And let's go in with that brown, and I'm gonna go lighter. Let's go lighter. You can always go darker. Let's go lighter. That's pretty, pretty, pretty. Do I want to do, oh no, I don't want to do anything else with that because I was going to use the gold in her. Now this is the only one I have. This is not normally my choice, but this came in gratis at one time. So I'm gonna use the gold, and I'm gonna use the gold on my eyelid. Yeah, let's try that. Let's find a little brush. A little brush. This is a Morphe. I don't know what it is. It's a little brush, but I'm gonna go in with this. Now this is actually highlighter. Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset. It's a kilowatt foil is what it is. Is what it is. Oh, I think that might be a little much. Let me tap. Wow. All right, let's see what this does. Wow, okay. Pretty, okay, all right, all right. Now, because I have a hooded eye, I have to like look up like this so that, you know, I can see like where the crease is in my eye and where to put it. Oil is really pretty. It really is. The purple is actually really pretty too. Even as bright as it is, it's still really pretty. All right, so then I'm gonna take that, this brush again, the crease brush. Yeah, crease brush. And blend that all out again, just to the top of that. And because I don't think that the outer corner is dark enough, I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more of the brown. So I'm gonna go back to this 24G and put some more on there and pop that in. But you see what that little bit does? I mean, when you put on your lighter color on the inside, sometimes it, you know, it like overflows into that dark color. So you really need to blend it back in again. But look at that. Poof, there it is. Whoop. All right. And then my eyelash girl gave me an eyeliner pen. Now, typically I do not, or I have not recently, put eyeliner on top because of my eyelashes. But I'm gonna try it. This is a liner. I'm a little scared for this. Oh, but look at that. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna try it. We're gonna do, how am I gonna do this? Oh my gosh. All right. See, I just think it's hard to do it. I think it's really hard to do it once your lashes are there. So, all right, let's try. Let's push them down and see what I can come up with. One-eyed. Okay. All right, I'm digging it. Now, this is, I believe, it's called Flirties. It's an eyeliner pen, and I believe it's vegan, and it's easy to get off. It's not going to like ruin your lashes. Otherwise, you know, she would not have given it to me. So let's try it. I may regret this. It's kind of funny, I have not put eyeliner on the top of my eyelashes since I got my eyelashes. But not bad. All right, now that's not anything for like a wing liner or anything like that. It's just to accentuate my lashes a little more. That's it. Right, Sin? She agrees. All right, so since I've touched my eyes, I'm gonna go back in with that, with the smudge brush, or with the, the crease brush again, and just like buff that out a little bit more again. Yeah, and then I'm going to take my wand here that is clean and just go down. All right. Now I can really tell that this foundation is drying on my skin. All right, so that's not so bad, not too bad. All right, let's go into a bronzer. Now I've got a couple different things. I've got the rum, which was a little sparkly. I've got mocha and truffle. Now, let's do this. Mocha is really freaking dark. Or truffle is more on the warm side. Let's do the truffle. All right. No, I don't like that either. Let's just do it with my finger. How's that? All right, let's take the truffle. Let's warm it up. And just touch. Maybe you do need the mocha for it to be darker, and then, you know, for it to blend. We'll check it out. Maybe we'll just do both of them. How's that? This one was mocha. Warm it up. It's definitely, yeah, you know, I mean, it's not like a powder, you know, and this dries down to a powder, so don't get me wrong when I say that, but let's stick it right there in those hollows of your cheek if you have them. If not, make them. If not, then make them. And I'm gonna take that same brush that I always use and kind of like buff it out. So I don't have like that harsh line. Yeah. All right, that's a hell of a lot of product I put on there. Go figure. All right, whoop. Wiping it off. For a highlighter, I have got, there's a couple of them. A white, the Starstruck is like Can you see it? I can't see it. It's like a pinky. All right, so let's do the pinky. That is really, oh, that is gorgeous. All right, so let's do it. Let's take that and put that right there. Let's try doing it like right on my cheek and see what happens. I'm going to warm it up and then all right. And that same brush, I'm going to say, you can't do that with that. You could with the other, but you can't do it with the, you can't do it with the highlight. I don't know why. All right. Okay. Up. That's the same color, and put some on my nose. Yeah. Or I guess you could do it like this too, you know, if it works. Let's see if it works. I also like doing, putting it on my hand first, just so that you don't like mix and match colors like when you're doing this whole thing. That, so you can see some product on there. I hope you can see some product on there. We're gonna do a little bit up here. And like I said, it dries down to a powder, so it's not like it's sticky or anything like that. Kind of like right down your nose there. All right, I am ready for, I need to wipe off my hand again. And I should keep some wipes here, but I don't have any wipes right here at the moment. So, all right. You can see it. You can see it. All right, so the rest of it, what else do I want to do? Do I want to use that gold anymore? I'm wondering if I want to use that gold anymore. I'm just going to try to put some like a little bit over there. A little tiny bit. Like not. Ooh, okay, so it's got like a dual chrome. Can you see the dual chrome a little bit? Yeah, it's a little bit. All right. And then I'm going to take that again and just brush it if I can. Maybe not. It looks like the reflection of like my eye pop down on here. All right, I am ready for, there we are, Urban Decay. The all-nighter. I do it pretty heavy. I don't have my fan on today, but I always do it pretty heavy, and especially like around my neck. And then I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I got a little bit wet. And then I pound it in with a sponge. This sets your face totally. It will push your foundation into your skin even more and mesh everything together. I've not really seen anybody else do this. I don't know, you know, people do it with like setting powder and like that kind of stuff, but I don't typically see a lot of people do it with setting spray. And I think that you should, especially if you're wearing a high neck top. That way your foundation doesn't run or get onto your turtleneck or your collar. For lips, this is what I'm going for the lips. Now, This is probably the darkest that I have. That is still a little bit darker, more on the reddish side, but I'm still gonna use it because with dark colors, especially with reds, like the 99 red or the bright pinks or oranges or purples, you need to line your lips. You just have to, just to make sure that you get that perfect arch. Oh, you know what I could do? And I hadn't done this before. In my last video, I had put that, this is a Makeup Forever. This is the clear, the lip line perfector. And it comes in clear. A couple brands do have this. I think NYX has one that I know. These are ones that I definitely know of. Urban Decay, NYX, Makeup Forever, Sephora. Sephora has one too. And this is a clear lip liner. And you cannot see it. It's for feathering, if you have a lot of feathering with your lipsticks and stuff throughout the day. Now this, I have a hard time with her applicators with this because they are not pointy. They're rounded and it drives me insane. And that's probably why I never use this a whole lot. If she would change her applicators, I mean, I get it with the full luxurious lips, but when you have thinner lips like what I do, it just doesn't work. I mean, if you can see that, it's like a bubble doe foot. And it just doesn't work. Does not work for me whatsoever. So with this, I put it on my hand and we work from there. All right, let's try this. Now, obviously with this method, it takes a while to get this on. So let's fast forward this. See, red is just a really hard color. It just freaking is. So I'm gonna go back in because I'm a perfectionist. You can't keep it like that. It's gotta be perfect on your lips. So, especially with dark colors, it's bad. This is a NYX lip liner. All right, and then as my very last step, I'm going to, and I haven't been putting mascara on my top because of my lashes, obviously, but I am going to put a little bit on my bottom just to bring it out, and I'm going to use the Hourglass Noir. This is, because I like this brush so much, it's tiny, and it gets those tiny little lashes right there. And that is it. I used to use the Marc Jacobs for this, and they took it out. Now, with this, I love this little brush, but it does take a second to dry. So if you smudge it up like what I just did right there, just take your little pointy sponge and flip it up. And that is everything. Oh. So, all right, so this is my final look for today. I hope that you enjoyed this little makeup tutorial, and hopefully this inspired you to do a little more color for the new year. Dark colors are hard, but it takes practice for sure. And, but look how pretty that is. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Fenty is a great line. I'm gonna have to, now that it's not summer, come back to this because actually this color matches me perfect. And that was the 230, I think I said it was. Yeah, and if you haven't tried like the smudge sticks, try them. They are they're really cool, and they're really cool to play with, whether it's your eyes, your cheeks, your face, whatever. That's what they're designed for, is to, but look at that color. That is, I mean, you could definitely use that for, you know, lips too. I mean, that's just freaking insane, or your eyes. I just love it. So I would have used that for my lips today, but I had this guy. So anyway, hope that you enjoyed this, and make sure that you are subscribed to me on Instagram at Uptown Glam Girl, and I will catch you on the next one, and may you have very many blessings in the new year. God bless. All right, here we are. There we are. Hair's up, hair's down.